step by step how to build your own contacts database using Microsoft SharePoint. This will include an area for storing company accounts information, as well as related contacts information such as phone numbers and email addresses. My name's Dougie Wood and I'm a Microsoft MVP. I've been building out SharePoint solutions for businesses all over the world for the past 20 years. So if you need help building a SharePoint solution, there's a link in the description below to work with me. Okay, so in the last video, we looked at how to build the initial projects list. Now, what we want to do is actually add in some contacts into here. So we basically want to add in the sort of contact and the company that they work for against the actual project. Now, to start this, I'm going to go back to the home page to create my two lists. I'm going to have a companies list. I'm going to have a contacts list as well. Now, the actual project dashboard itself is yet to be created, but as I say, there is a link to the full course of how I'm building all these different areas for our project dashboard in the description below. Now, to create my list, I'm going to start off with a companies list. So I'm going to create a new list. And as I said in a previous video, there's loads of different types of templates that you could possibly use for building out SharePoint lists. However, I'm actually going to create them completely from scratch using this list option here. Again, it's worth knowing that you can import Excel spreadsheets and CSV. So if you already had a list of all your customer company names, you could import these as an Excel spreadsheet if you wished. I'm going to create a new list here, and I'm going to actually call this, maybe I'll call this accounts. Makes it a little bit easier, but you could call them companies, whatever you like, whatever the wording is that you prefer to use. Again, I'm going to add this to my list, my site navigation, so I can quickly access it across the top. Doesn't mean I'm going to, by the time I come through and actually create the dashboard, doesn't mean I'm going to keep it across the top, but it makes it much easier whilst you're building just to access everything if there's a link across the top for you. So this is going to be my accounts list. Now the title field is just going to be the name of the company, but you might want to add in other kind of sort of fields in here if you wanted to, like an address, invoicing information, things like that. So let's add a couple of columns in. So let's add in, for example, a choice field, which might be country. Now, this is useful information to know because it might be your finance people wanting to know whether they're UK-based, US-based, because obviously things like VAT and other types of tax will change depending on where they are in the world. So we can add in a couple of different options in here. I'd say a lot of the projects we work on are actually with people in the US, so I'm going to default this to being US. So our country is US. We might want to have the address. So this will be a perfect use case for the multiple lines of text. So the address, again, which is required for invoicing, we have on here. Again, there could be loads of different things you might want to tag against the companies that you're accessing here. But I'm going to keep this really simple for now and basically just add in a couple of different options, a couple of different customer names in here. So I'm going to call this Contoso. They're based in the US. Their address is 22 Fake Street. Obviously, not very good address, but you can see here a couple of different examples. So I'm just going to pause and create a few examples in this list. So there we go. We've now got our accounts list. I can then link this back to my projects list. If I go back to my projects list, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a column here called accounts, which will look up that particular list and allow me to select one of the customer accounts that relates to this project. So by clicking on add column, I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom, and you see second from bottom, I've got lookup. So I'm going to select on lookup. I'm going to call this account, and it's a lookup to my accounts list. And I'm going to pull through the title. Now, you could pull through, say, different types of columns from in here. It could be if you had an ID and you prefer to work with an ID of the company name, or you could just have the title, which in this case is just the company name. So I'm going to click on save. And then that means now if I was to go and edit one of my projects, like so, and I can see my account lookup, I can then select the customer name. So I'm going to select, for example, Contoso here, click on save, and that's then selected the account. Now, the other really cool thing is because this is a lookup, I can then click on that and it'll take me to the actual account record. So I can see here the full details. So I can see what country they're in, their address, and any other columns that we chose to add at that accounts list layer. Again, I say I do this quite quickly, but you might want to add some additional columns in here as well. So that makes it nice and easy. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tag all of my projects. Again, I can do this individually, or I can go to edit grid view and I can manually sort of select these, or even like an Excel spreadsheet, drag these down if there was multiple projects per customer going on at one point in time. So I'm just going to select these. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video whilst I select them. There we go. I've then got all of my accounts now populated against the projects. Again, I could choose to filter this. So if I wanted to filter and say, just show me all of the projects that we have with Contoso. Quite often we do run multiple projects with customers. It might be that, say, for example, we've previously built a knowledge base for Contoso, and they're so happy with that, they've now commissioned us to build a document management system for them as well. So this is a follow-up project that we're then running with them. And it's a nice, easy way to actually just see what projects we have at any given time for particular customers. The next thing I'm going to do is create a contacts list, which will relate to the account, but I'm not actually going to show it in the projects list because I'm actually going to use it when we get through to creating the projects dashboard later on. So I'm going to go back to the home page. Again, just a reminder, if you wanted to see the full build out of all of the different things that we're building as part of this project dashboard, which is a project list, contacts list, RAID logs, stage gateways, document templates, and so much more, there's a link in the description below to actually go and go and view the full training course. I'm going to create my contacts list by clicking on New and then List. And then what I'm going to do is create a new list, and this is going to be my contacts. Create. And you can see the title might be, as like Mr., Mrs., things like that. Then we're going to create a text column, which will be the full name, so the person's first and last name. We would want to know their phone number, which again would probably just be text. Email address, which is just text. Maybe things like their country, which again might be something that you don't necessarily need because you know that they're in the account what their country is, but there could be a whole host of different things that you might want to create it related to that particular contact. Maybe title could be their job title. Actually, it probably makes more sense, to be honest. But yeah, it's totally up to you what columns that you use in here. And again, I'm just going to populate this so we've got it available when we come through to create the project dashboard. But before I do that, one other thing I've totally forgotten is I need to actually add the lookup to the account. So what actual company are they from? So again, call this account lookup to the accounts list. Again, that just allows me then to say, okay, the title, this might be a project manager called Joe Blogs. His phone number is whatever, blah, blah, blah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Yep, email address might be, say, joe@contoso.com. The account relates to is Contoso. Click on save, and there we go. And again, that's linking back to that account. So we can just click on that and see which account that relates to. Again, I'm just going to pause the video whilst just create a few more records inside of my contacts list. This video is part of a wider build in which I'm building out a project management dashboard. So if you want to watch the full build, there's a link in the description below to watch the full training course. And there we go. We've now got all of our contacts entered into here. Again, we can filter. So say, for example, I want to see all the contacts from Contoso. I can do that nice and easily and find all of them. I can find the project manager, the communications manager, the quality manager, their name, phone numbers, email addresses, nice and simple by simply filtering my contacts list. Again, I'm not going to link this back directly to the accounts list because I'm going to use this on my project dashboard homepage later on to do a very similar kind of filter by selecting the account name and filtering the contacts for that particular account. If you enjoyed this video and you want to continue learning about building solutions, the next video is all about building a RAID log as part of our project dashboard. So I'll see you there.